All right, let's see who's sleeping. Who is sleeping out there? Wake up. All right, we're going to do some work real quick. Uh, we are going to heat this seat post up with some fire. Fire. I think I'm going to get this out of the way. There you go. This cable housing is way too big and it's in the way. We're just going to undo it and flip it over there. And then I think we're going to take this bolt completely out and we're gonna heat this up. It's gonna be fun. We might even use a heat gun on the paint and a propane torch on the aluminum simultaneously, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let's get going. All right, let's get that cable out of the way. I'm looking for an 8mm. Let's get this cable out of the way. Almost got time for all that. Okay, let's take that little funky blue thing on there. Look at that. Somebody thought they were being all fancy. They had a blue cable protector. You know, it'd be nice to reuse that actually, but I don't know if we can. Yeah, it'd be nice to reuse this. It is blue, you know. Wow, they were really thinking ahead. You know, old gray wrap and the wrong back rim. And, oh, quit downing the previous owners. You know, they're doing the right thing. Okay, we're just gonna get this out of the way for a minute. This is too long anyway, and it's dry. Look how dry that is. Somebody recabled this bike and they didn't use grease. We'll just throw that out of the way for a second. All right, let's get this bolt out of here. It is very frozen. It appears to be a 12mm. Don't quite have the camera set up for you to see all the tools, but you can see me, and that's what counts. Oh yeah, we got to spray this. There we go. Maybe we can get this bolt out. That looks like a 12mm, and that I can find. Here we go. Yes, it is a 12. So this side of the bolt has a little peg, and I'm going to force it in and try to just, first we'll work it a little bit. Yeah, somebody almost had this off. Now remember, there's this whole piece missing here too. Now this bike's going to be donated, but I'm trying to do the right thing here. We're trying to make it right for the next person that buys this. And it would be nice if they could adjust their seat post. You know, we're trying to make it right. Actually trying to make it right. All right, first thing we're going to do, I think we're going to try to, spread this just a little bit with a big screwdriver. We might not have to go full on Cro-Magnon with the heat and the propane. Sometimes you can just spread this a little bit gently, and we'll just see if we can work that back and forth a little bit. Big pry bar somewhere. I think this will be okay for now. Where that big bar is. That didn't do anything. That didn't do squat. Okay, this is way overkill. He's using a crowbar on our Schwinn. The guy's a nut. I'm kind of glad that didn't work. Well, I don't have anything to go in there. Oh, here's something. This might work. Let's try this. He's using a nail bar on his Schwinn. Oh yeah, there's some purchase there. See, I'm trying not to get the torch out, but if I have to, I will. That's not really doing it. Maybe 2 Phillips screwdrivers. Maybe something like this. You can spread it a little bit. Maybe not the greatest idea. Okay, that's about all I want to do. Okay, let's see if this works. See, I've tried to exhaust all the things I could do before I get the heat. It doesn't look good, folks. This may be the wrong seat post. Somebody may have smashed the bejeebies out of this. It may be the wrong post. We will see. Okay, we've exhausted everything we could do. We've done everything we can do. Okay, so if it doesn't just move right away, we're going to get the propane torch. It's going to be fun. That is not moving. I think we got it. Still might need the torch though. Wow, it did move. Or the seat came off. Oh, maybe the seat came off. No, it moved. I think someone pounded that in there. I'm not having a good feeling about this. Okay, it did move. What are we messing around for? Get the torch. We do have a fire extinguisher handy. Don't worry, it's over there. See, it's over there. Maybe I'll bring it closer. That would be probably the move, wouldn't it? We'll put this closer. Yeah, that's right. Faulkner fixes all. We're gonna ruin this seat and seat post and catch it on fire. Before we do that, let's say hi to our fans before we burn down the shop. Larry Brightwell, let's rock and roll. Let her rip. That's what I'm doing, man. I've been sick for a few days. Some kind of upper respiratory thing. You can kind of hear it. Anyway, I skipped Sunday night's feed. I'm sorry. I just had to rest. And I just mold proofed the whole shop. I sprayed this super whammy stuff with this mister I bought, this Tri-Jet fogger. And it got rid of the mold, which is great. We'll see how long that lasts. Sting 64, what's up? I don't know you were live. I thought it was Sunday again. No, I'm just a day late because I was sick. Get the heat on, John. You going to throw your back out? Yeah, I know. That kind of hurt already. I'm old. I got to remember that. All right. Let's burn down the world. All right. Now I have a better torch. I have an actual acetylene torch, but I don't think we're going to have to go that far. I think this is going to be fine. The WD might catch on fire, though. Now, I should really remove this seat, too. I think we're just going to go for it. I'm trying to get in the seam here. Yeah, that guy's burning up Schwinn's, man. He's using a crowbar, using a heat gun. Okay, we're going to heat this up where we can. And then I'm going to get the heat gun and heat gun on the painted part with the heat gun. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. And then we're going to let it all cool down. Because right now we're just expanding it, making it worse. Yeah, right now we're just making it worse. We're expanding the aluminum. No. Okay, let's get the heat gun. We need all the heat we can get, folks. We need everything. It's Monday Night Live. Are you ready for some biking? Are you ready for some bike ball? Okay, we're going to try not to burn up the paint here. Now, we've already had the propane on that. Okay, we're going to let that cool. I'm going to resist the temptation to just go, crunching on it. We got to resist. Let it cool. You're expanding it. You're breaking the corrosion, supposedly, if it's not the wrong seat post smashed in there. I don't think anybody greased the cables or put grease on anything on this bike. It's just the way it happens. We're going to let that cool a little bit. And we're going to do I'm going to dig up these bars. We're going to pull a switcheroo on this one. I want this bike to be pretty nice for habitat. I want the seat post to be free. And we're going to change these hideous bars. I'm not going to take the time to rewrap them when I have two other sets over there that are ready to go with safety levers all wrapped up. We're just going to switch out the stem and move on. Now, I already fixed the shifters the other day. That was on my regular video. Me fixing the shifters. I did test it. I did test the bike after all that fork issue, and it's okay. It's not diving to the right or to the left. You can feel a little something going on there, but it's much better than not fixing it. So we're good. Right, so it's cooled off a little bit. Let's give it a shot. I think I'll pull it towards me. Yeah, it's always a great idea. Man, just not want to move. It moved earlier. Let's see here. Maybe that'll help. Oh yeah, it moved. Yeah, I believe this is the wrong post. Oh yeah, it did move. I think somebody smashed this post in. When we get this seat off, we'll look for hammer marks on there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's all I want to do on that. Come on, I'm wearing the wrong shirt. That's why I should have my Schwinn shirt on. There's this fork is hitting down here. This fork is hitting the. I do believe this is the wrong. You might need more heat on this baby. Woo. I don't want to burn up the paint, you know. Let's get some heat going here. I need heat. Heat from friction or heat with the torch. I don't care which one. Heat from friction. Okay, we'll take it. This stand is not helping me. Okay, you can see the stuff coming out of there right here. I'll show you. Yeah, you see all the gray stuff right here? Yeah, dissimilar metals. Dissimilar metals, and I believe somebody pounded the wrong post in. Not to worry, more heat. We got heat from friction, and now we're going to set it on fire because it's soaked with WD. It's going to be fun. Right, let's do this. Mama didn't raise no wimp. We're not going to wimp on you. All right. Don't let me break out the big torch, dang it. I will. That's a good sign. I see some smoke coming out of the top there. Oh, I'm catching the paint on fire. Okay, no paint on fire. all this aluminum oxide coming off of there. Yeah, it's dissimilar metals. It's aluminum and steel. And I'm trying not to burn the paint, you know? Really trying. The paint is decent on this bike. I don't want to burn it. All right, let's get you closer so you can join in on the fun. All right, wish me luck. I had this problem before. It happened because it didn't have any grease. It's exactly, nobody used any grease on the cables or anything on this bike. That's exactly what happened. Steve Malone's in the house. Hey, Steve, what's happening? Sting, the seat post going into early retirement. Yeah, I feel like retiring right now. Yeah, if they would have used grease. I think they didn't use grease and they pounded it in. It was the wrong size. Like it was a 27.4 instead of a 27.2. I don't know. Well, when we get it out, we'll look at it. When. We're getting it out. It's not if, it's when. All right. All right. We're going to go a full revolution, I think. You know, if I could bungee that. If I could tie this somehow. Okay. There's a sweet spot. It's like right there. If I could get like leverage that way, it would come, but there's no way I can pull and do that. Okay. It's kicking my butt, folks. I could just get some leverage on this thing. Now let's try prying on those some more. That's about as far as I want to go. Oh, we got 180. We're doing good. Oh, yeah. Might take about 5 hours. We'll get it. You guys are just loving this. Look at all these people watching me suffer. Yeah, that will mess it all up. Yeah, the amateurs pounding stuff in. Oh, I've seen it all, man. I've seen it so bad where the entire seat tube was split from them pounding a seat post in. This one, not so bad. It's just the wrong size. A couple millimeters off, probably. Uh-oh, seat's about to break off there. that off. We're going to put a mark on it. Whew, just about to give up. I mean, I did unfreeze it, right? We could say that the seat post is unfrozen. We could say that. Are we going to put a mark on that now? Okay, we'll put a blue mark right there. A blue Sharpie for a blue bike. Don't worry about that mark. Okay. Everybody here? Okay, good. All right, we're going to heat it up some more. We're going the distance. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. He's going the distance. He's burning up the frame. Okay, I'm scorching the paint a little bit. All right, let's try it while it's hot. What the heck? Oh, yeah. It didn't move. Maybe a fraction. Whew. We got to figure out some better leverage, like maybe clamping it upside down on this one. Yeah, we got to figure out something better. This is not working. Okay, we're going to try something new. If we tie that wheel off over there, maybe, and I can pull towards myself. I don't know about this. Okay, plan B. Plan B, we are not giving up, folks. I don't care if this takes hours. We're going to cable it to that bender stand, and then I'm going to be able to pull to myself. And maybe you can use a hammer just like I assume they did. I'm close. I'm close to whacking you with the bronze hammer, let me tell you. It's close. All right, now I should be able to pull this towards myself and not go flying across the sharp. Let's put another Sharpie mark on there, just so I know if I can see it moving, that'd be nice. Yeah, it is not moving. Still pretty warm. This is getting really kind of funky. It's moving. I think it's moving. Oh, the seat's coming off. The seat's coming off. Imagine that. Okay, more heat. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. Man, I'm about to get the big guns out. The oxyacetylene, but then I'll definitely burn up the. Try not to burn the paint too much. The paint is getting a little scorched here. I might just have to cut my losses here in a second. We did unfreeze it, right? You guys ready? Maybe just come shooting out now, right? Oh. There's a spot it likes. The seat's coming off. Dang it. I'm going to have to find a metric bolt for this seat. That's hot. Hey, that's kind of hot. I'm going to have to find a bolt for that. It looks metric. I'm assuming it's metric. This looks like the same thread. Yeah, that's really close. If this is the right one, we'll put this on with a washer. Oh, awesome. Let's get a washer on there. This is probably how I'm going to repair this, actually. I don't have this other piece. You guys still there? Good. Okay. The seat was coming off the seat post, and we need that for leverage. Man, this is really a doozer, isn't it, folks? When I get this done, there's going to be like, they're going to come give me an award or something. I'm going to get the Bonehead Award of the year. The man that should have given up and didn't. Okay, let's tighten this up. Okay, that's better. Let's make sure this one's good too. That's good enough. All right, now that it's cool, let's see what happens. There is a sweet spot, like right here. All right. I don't think it's moved. I'm tempted to whack it now. We could give it a couple whacks with the bronze hammer. I don't think that's really the idea, though. Okay, I'm almost going to get the oxyacetylene out in a minute. I'm getting kind of aggravated here. It's a rough one. You guys still here? Everybody leave? Good. Where did this bike come from? It came from a place called Hearn Cycle. It was in a big pile of scrappy bikes. And I went to the scrap yard. You can see on a couple of videos back, I went and scrapped some metal. And I spent half the scrap metal to get this bike from Hearn Cycles. And it's been sitting out in the rain. I should have known that this was going to be frozen. I'm pissed off now. If I have to get the big guns out, I will. This seat post is coming out. I think it's probably about that long, so I'm going to go down here now. Don't burn the paint. I'm trying not to burn the paint too much. Yeah. I made about $60 in scrap money. And my MO is I make money on scrap, and then I go to this used bike place, look in their pile for anything Schwinn, and buy it. Yeah, I don't go scrapping to make money. I go scrapping to get more bikes. And at the scrapyard, there's never really much. There's just really worn out mountain bikes. Occasionally you'll find something good, but it's very rare, and you have to stay there all day and wait. It's just not worth it. And they only charge $7 a bike at the scrapyard, but this, alas, was not at the scrapyard. It was at Hearn Cycle in the rain for 6 months. And I should have got it when I first saw it, but I had other things cooking at that time. Okay, we could throw a wet rag on there too, but I don't want to do that yet. We might have to get the big guns if this doesn't work, folks. You might just have to move on and say it's unfrozen. I don't know. Okay. All right. Damn, boy, he's thick. He's thick. All right. I'm pumping myself up. Come on, baby. Not much. Let's put some oil down in here, actual oil. Oh, we could try some silicone. Let's try some silicone. Ooh, hey, how you doing? We're approaching this all wrong. Open to suggestion, folks. Spread these a little more. That's really as much as I want to spread that. All right, let's try some oil. Maybe we're hitting this all the wrong way. We've tried heat. We've tried a heat gun. We've tried WD. We've tried silicone. Now the oil is running down the frame. That's nice. Okay. All right. There is one more thing we can do, but it's really a long shot. It's really a long shot. I've only done it a few times. We might have to try it. Let's spray some more stuff in there. Okay. I could get the big torch out. I really don't want to. I could get the oxyacetylene out and burn up the paint. There's one more shot we have. It's really a long shot. I've only had it work a few times. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Maybe you got some miracle cure slide hammer. Compressed zip. I understand it's one of those things you just got to get done. I know it's driving me. I'll do this until midnight if I have to. ZX Dan. I filled the seat tube with 50/50 ATF and acetone and let it marinate for a while. Well, we don't have that luxury. We got to get it done now. But yes, I have used that. That's good on old engines too. This is a long shot, but I'm going to try it. I don't have a slide hammer anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seat completely off. And I'm going to go cramp that in the vise and pull the whole bike towards me. It's going to be great. You use the weight of the bike and the seat post stays in the vise. I know. It's insane, but that's my last shot. We could try to heat it one more time, but I don't think it's going. Yeah, it's not coming. Oh, I can actually feel where it pounded in a little bit. Yeah, somebody pounded the bejeebies out of this, unfortunately. Sometimes you could just build the heat up, you know, the friction of you moving this around. Oh man, it's not like that concoction I put in there. Okay. We're going to go for the last dish effort. It's crazy. I just don't want to blister the paint with the oxyacetylene, you know. I just don't want to blister it. I know I will. Dude. Never underestimate the power of an old rag. Okay. All right. gonna be crazy. Let's take this seat off so we can get a good purchase on this square part of the seat post. Boy, all this is donate a bike. That's crazy. Well, also, maybe you had the same problem. And, you know, it's the last thing holding you up, getting your bike going. The seat post was too low and you just couldn't deal. You know, and you tried everything. You didn't want to blister the paint. Like, I don't want to blister the paint. I've got an oxyacetylene torch right over there. I could heat this sucker red hot and there'd be no paint left for miles around this area. And we'd get it out. But is that really the way to do it? You know? That's probably not the nice way to do it. Special. Somebody needs to take the crayons away from the engineers. Wow, that bolt does not come out of there. This bolt does not come out of here. Wow. Somebody needs to talk to those engineers. Well, it can stay in there. That's fantastic. Okay. I know. Desperate times. Get over here. You're not getting away that easy. You got to watch me suffer. You guys still here? It's gonna work. This wheel is kind of in my way. And I can't rest at all. I need like a bucket. Oh, I'll bring this chair over here. Whew. You guys having fun yet? Wheel wasn't on here. Let's take this wheel off. Whew. Guess I should have thought about the wheel in my way, huh? kind of aggressive about it too. I think it might have moved. I think it moved. It moved. Does she know about shrinkage? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get another mark on this. I think it moved. Wow, this is a rough one. Okay, where's that marker? I know you guys are way over there, but I can't really get you closer. Well, I can try, but I think I'll blow up the feed if I get you any closer. Now you guys can see what's going on. Oh, it's about to pop out. Shoot. Well, I tried, folks. I mean, it's almost torch time, real torch time. I think I will give it one more shot with the propane. No, folks, doesn't look good. Does not look good. I tried, folks. I tried. Without blistering the paint. Without blistering the paint with the oxyacetylene. It's in there. It's not frozen anymore. Well, we gave it our all. And we'll let some stuff go down in there just in case, but we gave it our all. I just don't want to blister the paint. I have the tools to get this out. If I heat that up red hot with the oxyacetylene, there goes the OG paint. We really gave it a try. I mangled this pretty good, but I think I can still throw the seed in there. Yeah. Let's dress that up a little bit with a file. Okay, that's exciting. Wow, I want my hour back. Well, you can't say we didn't try, right? And we did unfreeze it. I mean, it's not frozen, right? It's moving. It's just not moving in the right direction. I want my hour back. I want my hour back, folks. All right, we're just gonna cut our losses, and I mean, sometimes you run into this. I just can't justify getting the oxyacetylene torch out and blistering the living crud out of this paint. Making all this paint go away. I already did some damage, and I just can't. I can't bring myself to do that. And we have a post. It's in there. It's moving. It's great. Yeah, I want my hour back. I tried, folks. Unless I get a slide hammer and a helper and somebody holding the vise or something, or I don't know, maybe a slide hammer would work. Maybe it won't. Probably the only way to get this out is to heat this red hot, and I'm just not going to do it. It's a donation bike. I tried my best. I'll let it soak though. About the device to pull the seat post out. No, I didn't see that. Slide hammer. You need a hydraulic press at this point. Yeah. One time I was working on this aluminum mountain bike for a guy, and he said, I want this aluminum post out at all costs. And I tried everything. Finally, I drilled a hole in the bottom bracket, and I shoved a piece of rebar down in there, and I got it out. And then I welded a little plug on there. I had my buddy who aluminum welded. And of course he noticed it. It's like, what the heck is this plug welded on the bottom? And I said, you wanted this out at all costs. I got it out. When they pounded that seat post, it must have developed scars and forced it in. And now those scars are making it hard to come back out. Yeah, it's not moving. I'm sure it's the wrong size. Take it to the scrapyard. It isn't worth monkeying around with anymore. I agree, but it is a Japanese Schwinn, and I am going to donate it. And someone else can put some someone else can have this experience. They're going to have fun. It's going to be a father and son project or something. Okay, so let's switch out the bars. Let's do something I know isn't frozen, because that really sucked, by the way, folks. What are we, an hour in? And all I did was burn up a frame. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's switch these bars out. And look at that. We already got the back cable undone. We're doing good. That's easy. Okay, there's the back cable. It's laying on the ground. And the front cable. Okay, front cable off with barrel adjuster. Put this back in here. Oh, see there. Okay. I'm glad I changed these anyway. Yeah, you always got to check things out. Like, look at this. Look in there. I'm glad I'm getting to that anyway. And you would have never noticed it with the thing on. Maybe you would have. Maybe you would have noticed that. I would have. Yeah. All right. Let's get an Allen wrench. Let's get this up here. Let's do something productive. Dude. It's ridiculous. You think seat posts grow on trees around here? Well, I tried. I really gave it a shot, folks. I did. Okay, we would rewrap these and be nice, but we're not going to be nice. We're just going to throw another set that I have on here. We got some dusty white ones. Then we got some dusty black ones. The white ones kind of look better if they clean up. Oh, but these levers are way too far out. Yeah, we're gonna have to use these black ones. Yep, and they got a nice bend to them. They got a nice funky bend to them. Yeah, and the safety levers are in the right place to use. So we're gonna use these black ones. Pretty sure, and it's an S-marked stem. That's nice. We're gonna definitely put some grease on this. Let's see if it fits. It does fit. Okay. Yeah, imagine that. We're gonna put some grease on it. Imagine that. We are gonna make sure that no one ever has the problem like that seat post. Actually, that's a 12. Is that a 12? No. It's a 13. All right. Look at that. Nice dusty pair of black wrapped aluminum bars that look perfect for this bike. They're dusty. We'll make it right. You know, we might revisit this with a slide hammer. But for now, we got to keep moving. I want to donate this Tuesday or Wednesday. And tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'd love to donate it. Get it out of here. Okay. Yeah, they're dusty, but they're all right. You know, they're a little nicked up. At least the safety levers are closer to use. All right. Let's cable up the back brake. We know we got issues on that. You know what? We might even use a new cable. Yeah, let's use a new. Let's use some new stuff. Okay. So should we use a new cable? I think we can afford one new cable. After all that messing around. This cable housing looks fine, though. I think I'm just going to trim this bent end. See the little bent doodah, little periscope special. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good clean cut. All right. Let's put a new cable in here. I can't deal. Let's be nice. I think we can afford one new cable for Habitat, eh? I think we can give him one new cable. It's okay. We'll let it go this time. All right, and we don't have to put grease on it yet. We're going to wait till it's closer, and then we're going to put the grease on. See, now we're going to put grease right here. Now, if I had tried to get this seat post undone off camera, it would have worked perfect. Yeah, right. That thing's in there like nobody's business. All right, that's good. Now, see these old ones. The new aluminum pieces they give you are kind of lame. They're just like made for 3 different styles. But this Schwinn style has a little lock ring in it, and it's made for the right size, and it's got that little ring that locks it in the Diacomp brake. That's nice. Prevents things from flippy flopping around. You don't like flippy floppy. Oh no, it's the wrong cable. Dang. Well, that was genius. Can't believe it. You might have to use that other cable. Whew. I got one. Yeah, I just don't do these. I don't do these drop bar bikes very much, and I'm constantly converting them to upright. So I don't really have these 10-speed cables laying around. This mushroom end. Yeah, it's plenty. Okay, let's try that again. Whew, man, bonehead move. Okay. All right, now we got the right cable. Yeah, it's only taken about 9 hours to get a cable done. That's all right. All right, let's put some grease on this new cable. Okay, we'll put some down in here and we'll pull it through. Oh yeah, Bob's your uncle. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. Now we're going to cut that other little piece. This piece that was too long. Where'd that go? Come on, guys. I just had it. I was complaining about it being too long. Here it is. Yeah, this is too long. They cut this way too long. It was sticking way up and stuff. So we're going to HR puff and stuff it down a little bit. That end looks mangled. That end looks worse. We're going to cut that off. That looks pretty good. I'm just kind of guessing here. I'd say right there would be pretty good, right there. That looks good. All right, let's get some grease on this baby. 4 hours to change cable. I'm doing great. Put some here and slide it back. That's fine. Easy peasy. I should probably put a aluminum ferrule on that, but I'm not. Okay, where's the 8mm at? There it is. We're not going to go hog wild on the adjustment because the back wheel's a little weak, tweaked. Okay, let's pull that with something. All right, that's actually on. Great, we got to do the quick release part. I almost forgot about that. And that could actually use a little oil. Yeah, this one's frozen. Great. Great. Good to find out now. This little bottom one. There's two here. One locks it in. Okay, good. And we're going to put it about in the middle because this wheel is a little tweaked. Quick release off. It's tight. This is in the middle. It's oiled. We're going to pull this and tighten it up. Because this back wheel is a little tweaky. And as we tune it and fine tune it, we'll be able to get it better. Okay. Put that excess off. Let's take our tool off. That's way tight. Wow. Yeah, we got to true that. It's pretty bad. And this pad's way high also. Yeah, this pad is actually backwards and high. It's flipped up. The angle of it should be like this for the rim, but it's the other way around. Someone has put this pad on incorrectly. We're going to change that right now. That's ridiculous. That's really messed up, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the wrong way. And it's actually hitting the tire. I'll show you. Probably the same person that smashed the seat post in with a hammer. Anyway, it was sitting on the rim like that. It's sitting on the rim like that. And it should be like that on this side. Yeah, it's probably the same person that smashed that seat post in with a hammer. Old Fred Hammer. No, it wasn't Fred. It was Leroy Hammer. That's his name. I can't be talking bad about Super Fred. Okay, now that's correct now. And we'll hold it with another wrench, which is too small. Hold it with this 15 open. We're holding the case of it. We're preventing that from moving, and now we're going to torque tighten it down fairly well. Okay, that is better. We'll just check this one too. Okay, those are tight. Now this is wrong too. We're not going to get to that right now though. Oh yeah, it's much better. Yeah, the wheel is fair. Brakes work great. That is bugging me. Let's find a bolt for that. Here, we'll take one off this perfectly good one. We'll take one off of this perfectly complete brake. Yeah, that's really the way to do it. Okay. Work with me here. There we go. I got it. I found one. It's right there. That's the correct one. This one, I'll show it to you, is wrong. In fact, it's so wrong it's making the whole brake come apart. Yeah, that's not right. Oh, great. It's one of those super skinny 12s. Dang it. I don't think I have a super skinny 12. Well, we're going to change it out to the right one. I think that's wrong anyway. Okay, we're gonna put a 10 millimeter back on it. And we're gonna put that back on. Then we can tighten it up correctly. Whoa. Okay, so we're gonna hold this one behind here, and we're gonna tighten this top one. And pressurize it against the way we're tightening it. There. Is it too tight? Yes, it's too tight. Sometimes you can just kind of back it off a little. And then retighten it. Good. Okay, so now we're going to hold that bottom one again. And we're going to tighten it again. Good. And we're going to test it. Good. Okay, we have back brakes. One of those pads was flipped around the wrong way. I think we're going to take a C-clamp and clamp this frame back together. I don't think I moved this at all. Let's see if I did. No, the seat post did not move that way at all. After all that. Okay, so we're going to take a C-clamp and crunch this back together. And we're going to put the bolt back in. I know. It was a lot of work for nothing. I know. That's so. And watch it loosen right up now. Watch the seat post just fly out of there now. All right, let's put that bolt back in. I cannot deal. Okay, we put a little grease on this bolt. Make sure it's happy because it wasn't happy before. And I think it's a 12 or a 13. I think it's a 12. Let's put it back in. We tried. We really tried, folks. I mean, you got to admit, we tried. We gave it our all. We're going to have to tap it in a little bit. We deformed this so badly. Not as bad as the guy using the hammer on the seat post, right? Okay, we'll just tighten that up with the 12. What the heck? We gave it a shot, eh? That's ever going to go anywhere now. All right, let's get to this front cable. We did find a kickstand and it's installed. That's good. And this was the wrong cable I tried to put in. And we're going to take a break and read some comments. Maybe people got some idea, besides me buying a slide hammer and getting a helper, or just donating the bike as it is with better tires. I have some better tires I'm going to put on it. The black bars are nice. We do have back brakes with a dual position safety lever. It's a dual position safety lever. 68 and above. All right, we got rid of this bunk cable. I might save it for a front on another bike, but it's pretty lame. And this front cable also is a bit on the damaged side. I think I'm going to replace this cable as well. I mean, it's one thing to donate a bike with with a frozen seat post. It's another thing to donate a bike with bad brake cables. If I can find another one, I'll change it. And then we'll read some comments. Oh, no. That's a no. But I have it. Huh. I might have to reuse this one. And maybe this one with the new housing. Yeah, this housing's terrible. Yeah, let's get a good shot. This cable's terrible. Oh, here's one. Yay! Yay, we're going to use a new cable. Yeah, we got a new one. Let's just cut it way longer than this other one. Get happy. Like that. Okay, we have a brand new cable for the front. Do not worry. Do not worry. Yep. I think we're going to use the new housing as well. Gray, of course. All right, got a new gray housing, new cable. We're going to reuse this piece because they're superior to the crappy ones you buy. And let's take a little water break and read some comments. Because, you know, I like to see what you guys are talking about. Maybe you got some wonderful idea that I can get this seat post out without breaking out my oxyacetylene torch. Maybe you got some wonderful, you know, yeah, soak it. That's great. But it's not coming out, folks. You saw what I had to do. All right, let's see if this goes in here, right? Yeah, it's good. All right. Yeah, it feels good. I need some water, and we'll read some comments, and then we'll put this cable in, and we might call it. We'll see. What is it? What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's almost 2 hours, and all we did was change a cable and some bars and a front cable. And we attempted to get a seat post out. All right. Let's see. We're way back up here. Take it to the scrapyard. Yeah, well, I'm tempted, but it's going to go to Habitat, and someone's going to buy it, and they'll make some dough. All right, let's see what people are talking about, and then I'll put this front cable in. Lickety split. Compressed zip. I spent 2 hours trying to fix a front derailleur one time. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they're just fiddly. Hair bag. What's up, Bagnol? What are you doing? Message retracted. It must have been a good one. Sting 64AZ. That is why you have done as well as I put some grease on the seat post when installing, so later easy to take off. Yeah, man, you always got to do it. You saw how much grease I put on that stem. Especially aluminum to steel. You just got to do it. You got to put grease on the bolt. Grease is your friend, you know. Just think of John Travolta. He was doing pretty good. Okay, always grease your internal parts on your bikes. Yes, folks, this is a lesson to everyone out there. Uh, you got to grease things. Fresh, clean grease on clean bearings. Fresh grease on seat posts and stems. Very important. Bikes go outside. You don't ride your bike in a vacuum. Some people store all their race bikes in their den and their carpeted area, and they rarely take them out. And that's great. Maybe they don't use grease, but I bet you they do. It's been fun. What's up with that? Moficky 94. It's been fun spending my evening watching you sweat. Better luck in the future. Yeah, I want my hour back, man. I tried. I really tried, folks. Let's see. Compressed zip. Definitely the same person who obviously didn't too much about bikes, which is okay, but still, yeah, it was the same person. I'm sure that brake shoe upside down. That was the same person. Sting 64AZ. You're going to sleep good tonight, John, with that extra effort you put in to try and remove that stubborn seat post. Man, I gave it a shot. I gave it everything I have without going and buying a slide hammer and getting wifey out here to hold the frame or something. You know, I'm sure we could get it out. And I could get it out with the oxyacetylene, but the paint would never be the same. All right, let's put this in. Thanks for all your comments, everyone. This has been you guys thought I was going to skip out on you this week, huh? Because you didn't see it on Sunday. I see how it is. Okay, let's get you in here. Okay, we got new brake cables. That's good. You know, they might not be able to adjust their seat when they get this bike from Habitat, but they're going to be able to stop. That's good. You know, safety first. And maybe someone will buy it that it fits just right. They're like, oh man, it fits just right. I'll never have to move that seat. It's perfect. That would be ideal. Like, that's probably just right for me, but I'm not going to keep this one. Just the sheer fact that that's frozen would tick me off so badly. I'd probably never get on a bike again. Okay. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, feels good. Yep. Oh, is this the same way? Oh, man. Is that frozen too? No. Yes, it is. Dang it. So you got to unfreeze this part. You gotta make sure that one here is unfrozen, and then put some oil on it, because that cinches down your adjustment. And it does not want to come, does it? Yeah, it's really frozen. Darn. Darn. Yeah, that's frozen. Darn it. Give me a second. I'm trying to unfreeze this. Yeah. That thing did not want to come undone. We made it though. I think we got it. See what's going on here. Yeah, that did not want to come undone. Man, it still doesn't want to move. Darn. Okay, we're going to look around on my parts tray for one of these that's not frozen. This is not coming undone. Excuse me. Or I could go back over there and try again. Let's try one more time over here. It's just not my night for easy things. I shouldn't have to manhandle this. Wow. I hate it when things get manhandled. It's an adjustment screw. It should be fine. Okay, we got it. Wow, that was fighting me the whole way. Okay, we got it to move now. Holy moly. Okay, that was exciting. Yeah, we got this part to move, this little part here. That part. Now it's all galled up. Oh, well. At least it's moving, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, that was really fun. All right. We'll tighten this up and we'll put the front wheel on and we'll check the brakes. And then we're going to adjust the rear cable. I'm not going to change the derailleur cable. I thought I was. Kind of running out of time tonight. I want to get this to where all I have to do is change the tires tomorrow. I've got some nice used ones. And the chain seems pretty good. We'll adjust the rear derailleur and we'll run it through the gears. We'll put the front wheel back on. And we're going to call it after that. I know I keep saying I'm going to call it, but I'm trying to get this work done so I don't have to do it tomorrow. Okay, let's get the front wheel. Woo, that was fun. Okay, let's get the front wheel on here. And these hubs, they're okay. They're a little noisy. I'm not going to repack them. You know, we're cutting a few corners here. If this was my bike, I would definitely. Oh, the cone and lock jam nut are loose. We have to deal with that. Sorry, that's the way it goes. Okay. This other side. That side's good. Feels like it's got a little grease left in there. We're gonna let it ride. Let's pop this baby on. We got stuff to do. This is the year with there are wheel locks here. Although they're not doing much, but they're there. Well, it's going to be a popular live feed with me failing. You know, people like to see that. They like to see when it doesn't work. You know, life's like that. Sometimes it doesn't always work, you know. Sometimes you do things and it doesn't work. It's just the way it goes, folks. And when things do work, it's all the better, right? I guess they are 15s. Okay. Let's get that little brake tool on here. We'll adjust the cable. We're doing all right. Quick release is off. There we go. Levers down. Quick release is off. We're going to pull that cable. And we're going to tighten this 8mm pinch bolt up. And then we're going to trim off this huge amount of excess. Seems good. All right, let's cut that off to an acceptable length. Here we go. Okay, let's adjust this rear. Oh, you guys can't see anything. This rear cable. Now, I have fixed these. We did fix this. And the gears do work. Oh, yeah, gears work great, actually. Oh, yeah. That tire needs a little help. And the rim. We'll get to that. Now, in fifth, which this is, It's very loose. And I don't feel like putting a new cable on this. In fact, I don't feel like really truing the rim. We're just going to put some tires on it tomorrow and donate it. For right now, we're gonna pull this cable back and adjust it, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, same deal. It's good to have this little adjuster here in, and right now it's about, oh great, it's the wrong one. Oh, is it frozen? Oh no, it's just in all the way. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna undo this. We're gonna undo this pinch bolt here, and we're gonna pull this cable really hard down to get rid of that slack. Just watch right there, okay? Good. We got that out. Boing. There is a tool for this, holding the cable, and this is not it. So I'll let you know. Now this cable should be replaced. It's a little rusty. I think I'm going to let it go. As you see, I did replace the brake cables. I do have a heart. Okay, so that's not flopping around anymore. That's good. All right. This looks good. It's not flopping. Maybe a little. Not too bad. And let's see how it does. The gears are really good on this bike, actually. The gears and derailleur are really, actually, in really good shape. Freewheel feels good. Cranks feel good. Back rim is crappy. Okay. We fixed these shifters. The other day we fixed those. We fixed the fork. We unbent that. New cables, new brake cables anyway. They look pretty good. Wipe some of this oil that came off of here. And tomorrow, yeah, we got a decent set of gum walls up here. I've got some black tires and I've got some gum walls that are fair. And I think I'm just going to replace these with better. I mean, these are obviously completely hammered. And I think I'm just going to replace these with some decent used gum walls I have on the rack up there. I'm not going to, put brand new tires in this thing. It's not going to happen. Not for me, just donating it. And you know what? We really gave this our all. You saw everything I had in the toolbox, except using the oxyacetylene. I don't want to blister. I don't want to burn this whole area. I could get it off. I could get this post out of here, no problem. But this, you'd run the risk of undoing some of these brazes, and you definitely run the risk of burning all this blue paint off of here. And we don't want to do that. So fail, yes, but win for Habitat. They're getting a decent bike. I'll true up the back wheel and I'll throw some better tires on it. I have some black walls around here somewhere. I think I put them up in this rack. There they are. Yeah, I'll find them tomorrow. Okay, man, I got a lot of cleaning up to do. I'm supposed to make this float frame for my wife tomorrow. And this place is thrashed. Great. Okay, let's read some comments and then I'll turn into a pumpkin. Oh, I forgot to. I know you're not watching anymore, but I forgot to send these to you. I'm sorry. I will send them though. There's a lot of things going on. Okay, let's see, Sting AZ. Try some good old vinegar on the seat post. It's not a bad idea. I have some in a spray bottle right over there. I should have put some vinegar on it. You're right. I should have put some vinegar on there. I gotta find these tires. Where did they go? They were on rims. Oh, I know where they're at. Yeah, I'll get them. Yeah, these are good tires. I'll just take them off these rims. Yeah, these are much better than those. I mean, they're not brand new, but I think I used these. I tested these on another bike. Yeah, these should shine up nice. I mean, they're better than what's on the bike, tread-wise too. So we'll take these off. I think I'll take this one off right now. And I'll have it ready tomorrow. I'm trying to get this ready so I can kind of cheat. I can come out here and say I'm going to work on frames or something. And I can really change the tire real quick on the fly. You know, time management is very important in a relationship. Okay, so let's get this off of here. If I can do the most of this tonight, that would be really good. You guys still here? Okay. Don't go away. I'm almost there. I'm almost committed. Yeah, these are good tires. I don't know about the tubes, but I'll definitely use these tires tomorrow. We'll hang them on this rack here. And we'll take this one off too. Oh, it looks like I replaced this tube. Cool. We got one good tube out of it. Yeah, these are good. These are much better. A little cracky. I mean, they got a little cracks. But we'll use those. We'll clean them up. And tomorrow I'll change those tubes over. I might use these tubes. I'm not sure. This tube looks newer. I might use the tubes that are in here. They look like they've been holding a while. I've had some air in these. And those are pretty but those tires are better. So I'll do a switcheroo. We'll put those black tires on there. I'll do a quick test ride to make sure everything's good again. I already did one. And maybe pedals are good. Cranks are missing the covers. I don't have any of those. I could check this bolt real quick. Maybe I'll true the back wheel and I'll throw these other tires on and we will donate it. Habitat's open Tuesday, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. Unfortunately, we did not unfreeze that seat post. Man, we tried though. Michael Carr, how's it going, Midwest? Sting, I hope you feel better. Yeah, you know, I'm like 70% right now. The last couple days, wow, it was rough. I don't know if it was the mold from this place, but I mitigated this place. I bought a brand new tri-jet fogger that shoots out this conchronium stuff, and I blasted this whole shop and killed all the mold. And if you have a mold problem, this is not a promo, but this is what I did. I bought this big sprayer here, this big giant. Bought this big tri-jet sprayer. It's in that box over there. Anyway, you pour this conchronium stuff, and it sprays it out. You only do it 5 minutes per area, and I did it all over today, this morning, and then I let the shop air out. And man, I haven't smelled anything in here. The air feels fine. Like it's just basically salt water and some other stuff, sodium carbonate, and some other things. If you have a mold problem, you got to deal with it. Like there was a couple feeds ago, man, I was really feeling it. It was like all these moldy boxes in here have to be dealt with. So we kind of went through some of them, and then I bought this sprayer, and I'm pretty happy with it. That's not a paid promo. It's just something I did to make the shop better. So yeah, this is almost ready to donate. We will get some better tires on it, and we will bring it to Habitat probably tomorrow. It's got to go. I mean, it's a good bike. They can make a few bucks on it, and they'll be happy to get it. PRNQ4DT. Hi to all from Texas. Wow. We got Texas in the house. Anyway, yeah, I think that's going to do it. So the next live feed, I think we're going to work on the Triumph. We could do another vote, the Triumph or the red collegiate. Yeah, we'll do another vote. I'll do a little community sticker, and you guys can see what to vote on. But if you voted on the last one, it's either finish the red flamboyant Schwinn or finish the Triumph. And I have, I'll show you what I got for the Triumph today. This is going to make life so much easier. This is Park Tool number L083. These are really hard to find nowadays. And this goes in the 3-piece cranks to drive out the wedge pin without using a hammer. I'll grab another crank and I'll show you. Yeah, we got it. We figured it out. Okay, so there's a wedge pin in here, and your first inclination is to beat the living snot out of it. But you don't have to. You've got this Park Tool, and it goes in there, and you... Anyway, the pin's not in there, but you can get the idea. You put it on there like that. You put it on there like that, and you just press the pin right out. Boom, Bob's your uncle. The threaded part, like say the threaded part was that way, you put it in there. And the wedge part goes up into that. The wedge clears that. The wedge part clears that, and this part goes on the threaded part. And you just send it home. And it goes bye-bye. And no pounding. No slamming and no pounding and no ruining the bottom bearings. Yeah, you can probably see better on this one. This would actually be like that, but anyway, you put it in there and you just drive it through, and it drives the pin loose, and then you don't have to smash on things. This is a nice tool. Been wanting one for years, but see, I don't do a lot of English bikes. I don't do a lot of, I mean, this antique stuff, everybody converts to aluminum. They don't mess around with that. So it was a toss up to get this tool. I really had to think about it, but one came up and it was a deal, and I just decided that it wasn't really worn out, and they're kind of hard to find. I don't think Park Tool even makes this specific style anymore. I have to look it up. If you guys want to look it up and see, Park Tool number L083. Yeah, I don't think they even make this anymore. We'll see. Okay, and that, my friends, is a wrap. I will put a community post in about voting for those other bikes on the next feed, and I may do a quick video of this changing the tires, and when I bring it into Habitat, because Habitat's a good organization, and if you do have a bike that you don't really think you're going to get around to that runs or is close, just hook it up and bring it in. They'll really. And they're not dummies, they'll price it accordingly, and they'll make a few bucks on it. And there's been a few good deals in there. I almost jumped on. There was a few Bianchis, like the green ones from the 70s, for like $80, and it was a vintage Bianchi, my size. The green ones, the like light sagey green ones, and it was probably mid 70s. And someone had converted to 700C, and it had new cables, and I was just like, wow, I'm not really into Bianchis, but it was there, and I was very, very close. If I had gone scrapping that day, if I had gone to the scrapyard. Okay, Sting, Bob's your uncle. I never heard that saying before. Yeah, Bob's coming over with a 6-pack. That means the work's all done. I think it's an English thing, like, yeah, you're nailing the last plank on your garage, and somebody says, yeah, Bob's on his way over with a 6-pack. Yeah, well, the work's done. Bob's your uncle. The work is done. Why is he coming over here now? Like, Bob, come on, you got to come there earlier. Okay, folks, that's it. I got to go. Thanks for all my wonderful subscribers, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of comments about this seat post and about how you would have done it. And you know what? I will spray some vinegar in there tonight, and we'll see how that does too. Okay, see you guys later, man.